Alright, hello and welcome to my channel for what is technically the first video made for YouTube that I will ever be posting on this YouTube channel. So if you're here and you don't know who I am off of some off chance, my name is Slate, or Slate Plays Zero, because I play zero things well, but I sure do play things. And I am a lot of things. Mainly I am a Twitch streamer, unfortunately. If you kind of take a look at my channel prior to this point, it is pretty much just made up of literally just VODs thrown directly from Twitch, unedited, onto YouTube. And I wanted to change that. I was just want to get some content that's actually made for YouTube up onto my YouTube channel. Crazy, I realise. But I thought it might be fun, so as much as anything, this video is kind of proof of concept. I want to make some kind of speed builds, mainly speed builds for kind of The Sims 4 and for Minecraft as well. We love to build in Minecraft, though I don't know if people actually still do speed builds for Minecraft. I won't lie to you guys, I've been out of the loop for a long time on Minecraft. I watched my Minecraft in 2014, and I don't think, I mean obviously, we all had a DSMP phase in lockdown, but I don't know, I'm not down with the kids, okay? Like, I hope I can be forgiven for that. But yeah, I wanted to make some permanent content that is not just something that was recorded live and is now a record of that. Just some stuff that's actually genuinely recorded as a voiceover and, you know, like this, sped up, and so on and so forth. I guess it's, this video is kind of proof of concept, as I think I've already said. So yeah, I am building in this video kind of a cute little bungalow for a little family. A little bit made in with the Infants update, which is literally, it is the 14th of March as I'm recording this, so is literally coming out in a couple of hours, but I don't have it yet because I built this at like 10 in the morning in the UK, so it had not released yet. But you know, I wanted to make something that you could kind of maybe play with the Infants update in it. I don't actually have a baby room. I was like making it like, yeah, this is a cute little family save for a cute little family, but like I did not put a baby room in, so you would probably have to get rid of one of the kids' rooms and make that into a baby room. But that's because I literally don't have any of the objects from the Infants update. Maybe I'll make I could build another house, and another house actually post-Infants update that had some infants. Or some infant objects, I suppose. I don't actually know how much content we're going to be getting for infants in the Infants update, because I've looked into a couple of bits, but I'm a little worried they're going to stiff us to try and get us to buy the Growing Together pack, which you could also use this for. To be fair, it's just a very family-oriented time in The Sims 4 at the moment, and so this felt like an applicable build. It's very cute, it's very fun. I've been seeing a lot of houses around, like, on the internet. You know how you just see houses on the internet? No, but I've been seeing, like, videos where, like, people go outside of their houses, and a lot of them have kind of looked like this with, like, the red brick, and then, like, a portion of it would be in, like, that white plaster, and I was like, I want to build something like that. I want to do my own spin on it, but I could not be bothered to do an upstairs. I couldn't be fucking bothered, y'all. I wasn't doing it. So we're having a little bungalow, cute little bungalow. Naturally, I made up a little story in my own head of the Sims who were living here as I was building, because otherwise I find that I just can't build to save my goddamn life. So obviously in my head, this house is lived in by a single mum and her 2 kids, with a teenager and like a preteen. Obviously in the actual game that would be a child, because we don't have preteens yet. I'd like to have preteens, but you know, we literally just got babies as something that isn't an object, so maybe I'm asking for too much too quickly. When did this game release? 2014? Actually, I have the box here. I had a boxed copy of The Sims 4 on release. 2015 Electronic Arts. God damn it, I was off by 1 year. Oh well. Oh. You are a piece of obsolete technology. I have it came in 2 discs. Sorry, it's been years since, because now I just download it from Origin, although it is now EA app. 2 discs in the year of our Lord 2015? Alright, okay. This game was a flop from the very beginning. But yeah, cute little bungalow. I tried, so the colour scheme, and also kind of this style of video, though they are definitely not the first person to do it. I'm very inspired by my good friend Emery, or Small Apple, whose YouTube channel I will probably link down below because I love him. He made a speed build for a 100 baby challenge with a very cute little house with kind of muted, like, soft beige and pink and yellowy tones. We love it. I loved it. That was a turning point in my life. And also I was kind of like, oh, my good friend Em is making this kind of content that I'd never really considered when I was thinking about how I wanted to make, like, permanent content, YouTube content, rather than Twitch content that happened to end up on YouTube. So let's give it a swing, you know? Kind of stealing my ideas. Obviously, they're probably not the first person to have ever made a speed build in the world and then voiced it over, and also probably not the first person to have made a cute little house. But yeah, creds to them for making me think of it. Oh, I thought I was so cool for this. Look, I put the 3 mirrors together to make a cool little, like, custom 3-pane mirror. I'm literally so good at building, you guys. I'm watching the video, like, as I'm doing this voiceover. I don't know if you're meant to do that. I've been getting back into The Sims recently. I'm definitely neurodivergent in some fashion. I tend to say that I'm probably, I tend to just refer to myself as autistic, to be honest, because I'm definitely probably autistic, though I do not have an official diagnosis, and I never will, because it would make my life so much harder in the UK, but that's a topic for another time. But I'm also fairly certain I have ADHD, and in the process of trying to get diagnosed with ADHD, so my interest in things can wax and wane and kind of dip in and out. I've been big on Genshin Impact for like the last year. If you've looked at my Twitch channel, you'll know that. But I've gotten back into The Sims. I reinstalled all of The Sims 3 and every expansion pack. So The Sims 3 is the love of my life, right? We love The Sims 3. I actually have a spreadsheet for my Sims 3 collection and my Sims 2 collection. So I'm trying to collect every vintage Sims game that exists. I'm not counting The Sims 4 because I don't have the kind of money by which you can buy Sims 4 expansion packs and attempt to buy all of them, because I'm not a millionaire. Though, hey, blow this video up, maybe I will. I really do not have a lot of... Oh. I thought that the video would stop, but it hadn't. I was just clearly not putting anything down in that moment. But yeah, no, I'm not a millionaire, so I don't have Sims money. Also, I don't collect the Sims packs to use them. I mean, I do. I do have every Sims pack installed that I own. However, I like having the boxes, and they don't release boxes of the Sims 4 packs. Not most of them. So literally, what's the point, right? I'm not going to collect all of that if I don't have something fun to display on my wall. But yeah, I've got literally like I've got every expansion pack for The Sims 3, and I'm working on stuff packs. I've also got the Sims 2 DS game. I need to get the Sims 3 DS game. I don't know if I'm gonna go super hard on collecting the DS games. Coming in the post, literally I ordered it today. I have the Sims 4 Medieval and it's 1 expansion, so that'll be great. Sims 3 Medieval. And I have, of course, Castaway Stories, because that is actually the best game that's ever been made in existence. But, I reinstalled The Sims 3 and every pack that I own for it, and I've actually never owned this many packs before. I recently got Fast Lane stuff, which I hadn't had in the past, and Master Suite stuff. So I had a bunch more objects, and I've had a really good time playing kind of like a Rainbow Legacy challenge. I couldn't find the Rainbow Legacy challenge that I played when I was like 14, but I found a Sims 4 one and I butchered the rules a bit to kind of make it work for me. I've been having a really good time. But you know, it's an exciting time in the Sims 4 community, so I play some Sims 4. And when I wanted to like, kind of build some stuff, and when I like looked at what Em was doing and was like, actually that's a really cool way of making content, I'm not gonna try and make my computer handle the idea of me having OBS and The Sims 3 open at the same time. I'm not gonna do that to myself. Or mainly to my computer. I'm not gonna do that to my computer because it would shut down immediately. I've been having a problem with that recently where it will just randomly turn off. I'm hoping nothing bad is happening because this computer is like only just a year old and was very expensive, so it better not be breaking. It's probably just the wires. I need to like go back there and check that all of my connecting wires are actually in and connecting things properly. But you know how it is. These things as they occur. So yeah, I'm building the teens room now, nice and green. I don't build in green a lot, and I realized slowly as I was building this room why that is. There's not a lot of green shit in this game, at least not this tone of green. There's a lot of lime green. Hate, we didn't want that. That's not what we were looking for. We were looking for a nice like muted green, but this is what we've got. This is what we've got. It doesn't have to be a teens room, I suppose. It can be just like a lonely adult's room. I don't know why I gave everyone laptops in this, except for the adult. Like, the master bedroom doesn't have a desk in it. I think I meant to put one in the main area, but then I filled it up pretty nice, and I didn't want it to feel cramped. Because I love doing small builds, but I love doing small builds because it's really easy to fill the space up. Not because, like, you don't want it to feel cramped. This is not a hoarder's home. This is a cute little, like, farmhouse. It's not very farmhouse, but it's got, like, farmhousey elements, I think, in terms of, like, the style that we, like, refer to as, like, farmhouse housing. We've got kind of the cute paneling on the walls. A lot of the stuff from Parenthood. I used a lot of Parenthood and a lot of Seasons in this pack, in this house. And a lot of both the Parenthood and the Seasons stuff kind of gives off that kind of vibe, like the doors I've chosen, I think. But it's very cute. I spent so long trying to choose a rug for this room. None of them are the right shade of pink for that bed spread. I wanted something very, very light pink, but like I ended up just going with that because I was like, fuck it. Let's bring a pop of pink into the room, I guess. Same, just kind of with the house in general. I went beige, but I went pinky beige, like a dusty rose. That might not be the right, I don't know colors. I don't know anything about colors. But I was like, man, this would be really cute, and then there were no furniture or like rug options that matched the colours I was going for, and I was like, oh, well, I guess not then. This bathroom was also a nightmare. The amount of times I rearranged this bathroom, and then I think I put it back almost exact. I'm like, toilet in the corner, no, walls, no, and then I think I settled with that. I might redo it one more time. I think this build took me 2 hours total. I stopped for a lunch break halfway through, and then continued, which is what that kind of fade-in transition was, because I did not leave it recording the entire time. And then, yeah, I was trying to fill that space in the adults' room, where I think is where I would probably say, you know, put a crib if you were going to be playing with infants, or you can, of course, delete one of the kids' rooms, make a baby room, but in my head, babies always live in the parents' rooms. I don't know, I'm like, why would you let your newborn child be in a different room to you at night? That sounds terrifying. But I will never have children because they're so scary, so who am I to say? Scary in the sense that you're in charge of a whole other human being, not like I scream if a child comes near me. I only scream if the child starts screaming first, and then it's just a battle for dominance, so I can't be blamed for that. Also, sofas, couches were really difficult here. I hate that the Parenthood couches don't match the love seats that also came with. They don't have matching swatches. And it really annoys me, because I want to have matching shit in my lovely little living room. What are you doing? What are we doing here? Who do you take me for? Someone who doesn't match stuff up? It's disgusting. It is. Also, every time I scroll through this decor section, like the clutter, I think it might actually be in the sculptures section rather than clutter technically, because we cannot arrange things in a way that would make sense. Not in this game. Did you see how long I spent looking for that kind of like hall organizer earlier? The like coat rack? I had to go into just the seasons pack to find it. That's a nightmare. Anyway. But yeah, there's like paintings leaned against the side of the wall, and I was so like, I want to use these. But it didn't match with the vibe of the house. We don't have like an art room or an easel. I did want to put in some hobby stuff, but I just couldn't think of anything. I feel like you have to put the hobby stuff into the house yourself. If you're not building a house for a specific sim, you can't put hobby stuff in there, because what am I going to do, put an easel in there? Who's going to... like, and then you download that off the gallery and you're like, well, I'm not doing an artist sim, so fuck you, I guess. That would be humiliating. I can't do that. I can't live like that. At this stage in the building process, I was watching How I Met Your Mother whilst I was building, and at this stage we got to the point where Ted cheats on Victoria with Robin, and I very nearly stopped like building so that I could have a break from the absolute humiliation that I was experiencing, because I hate Ted Mosby and I hate everything that he does. And every time I'm like, Ted Mosby can't get worse, he does, miraculously, and I wish that he would stop doing that, you know. But we can't get what we want. So I love this room. I genuinely really like this build. I think I like it's quite understated, it's quite cute, it's very... I didn't go too high. I feel like a lot of the time I used to do builds that I would do... like, I did a like classic Art Deco restyle of the land grab house, and you can find that on my gallery. It's a bit much. It's a bit much. It took me ages, and it doesn't look very nice as far as I can recall. So, you know, it's good to not go too big. I think that the mum who lives in this room, in my head, is a bit of a gardener. She loves plants. That's why there's plants absolutely fucking everywhere. Maybe that's just my excuse for the fact that I, like every single Sims creator ever, just relies on plants way too much to fill up the holes in the corners of rooms. Genuinely, what in real life do we put in the corners of rooms? I guess I've got a lamp in the corner of my room. There's 4 corners in my room, but in the corner closest to me, and my bed's in the other, and my wardrobe. So I guess we just put furniture there, but plants are so much more fun. I remembered halfway through that things like fire alarms exist and that you need them if you're going to build a house. Also, I just love that there's a thermostat now. Take a shot every time I say in this voiceover, but I like that there's a thermostat and that you can change the heat. It does annoy me a little, like, it doesn't annoy me, however I always forget to change the heat, and then my Sims are like, I am literally dying, why is the heat on in the middle of summer? And I'm like, autonomy's on, you could have turned the heat off, don't blame me, I'm blaming you, I'm victim blaming. I'm just kind of cluttering at this stage. I like to go back after a build is like done and just try and add as much shit as possible, really. To make a house look lived in and quite nice, I find that if you just kind of shove stuff on surfaces or on the ground even, and like that, just raise it up and put it on top of the bookcase. Which I love that bookcase from Discover University. I love you IKEA looking furniture. Which is really what that pack gave to us in abundance. Like, also, like, a little thingy by the door with all the letters on it. Cute as fuck. You can't tell me that it's not. You can't tell me that it's not. And then I did the garden, and I will not lie to you guys. I nearly gave up like 3 times. I hate doing exterior decorating. Kill me. Actually kill me. For ages, the only building I did was like revamping existing builds in this game, because exteriors are just difficult. Sizing down those little lamps was neat. I enjoyed doing that. And then benches fucking everywhere. I just feel like if you're gonna have a little bungalow with a wraparound porch, you've gotta have benches. I thought that was cute with the planters and then immediately got rid of it, which I'm glad that I did, I think. I think it was too much. But yeah, a little plant area, kind of a little building. No, gardening area, there we go. And there's the ferns. Oh, I think I've paused to... There we go, we're back. That's a moment where I was clearly turning off How I Met Your Mother because it had gotten to the point of just stressing me out. But a cute little bike there, the only transportation we have in the entire game, and they gave us literally one of them, but whatever, I'm not mad. But yeah, no, I hate doing gardens, I hate doing exteriors. Look at how many times it takes me to get this fucking fence right. Because the way that fences work in this game is stupid, and then the gates don't match unless your house is also blue half the time, so I ended up doing that gate, which still doesn't really match, but it's good enough. And then what do you put in a garden? I guess a swing set. But we're not gonna have multiple swing sets. What do I look like? A millionaire? No. This house was built on... I did not actually have a budget at all, and I have no idea how much it costs on the gallery. I'll put it at the end of the video, probably. I also don't have a name for it, so I'll put that in text at the end of the video in editing. I rely on my editing self far too much. Just as a person. Then I had to fix that because I realised that the door was off-center and I hated that, so... I just kind of assumed that with landscaping in the garden, if I just put things growing in the corners of the garden near the fences, it would look okay. And I think it does. I think it looks fine. Those plants would definitely get a bit singed with a barbecue that close to it, but it's fine. Then we do that, and then I remembered that trees exist. Big up trees. A lot of them are too large. Pro tip, always put shrubberies around the base of your trees because they just look more like they're naturally growing that way. And then yeah, I think that's it. Yep, okay, we're just adding some spandrels. But yeah, that's kind of it. I'm gonna leave off this voiceover here. Like and subscribe, I guess. Check me out on Twitch if you haven't already by some miracle. And yeah. See you next time, I think.